everyone, it's Monica. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. We're gonna do some purse and shoe suede restoration. And you may even see another pair of hiking boots make an appearance. This is a pair of vintage women's hiking shoes that are gonna be going into my eBay store. And I have a little bit of suede work to do on the leather on the outside of these as well. So you may see a glimpse of these guys as well, but the focus today is these two. I am so excited. I had someone ask me in one of my purse and bag groups, what about restoring suede? It may have even been a question on the YouTube channel here, because I have shown some videos of restoring leather bags, but I want to talk about suede bags and suede shoes. Let's take a close look at these. I want you to understand what they look like right now before, and then we'll look after as well. So very quickly, the before shot on these hiking shoes, they've got some staining and discoloration here, and then a little patch right here too. These are actually in pretty amazing shape. I don't think anyone ever actually hiked in them, maybe a light walk, but we can do some things to help this. Now this pair of Birkenstocks I thrifted for myself for $15, you guys. What a deal. And I love Birkenstocks. Birkenstocks make my feet happy, my knees happy, my hips happy, my whole body happy. But you can see they are dusty, dirty, grimy. They're not gonna look like this when we're done. The great thing about this pair of shoes though, is that the cork is in excellent condition and the soles of the shoes have a lot of life left. So I'm excited to get to work on these guys. Then of course we have this beautiful Dooney Bourke suede bag. Let me bring her closer. This suede bag is actually in pretty good condition. I have just noticed some spots, maybe from storage, of dust, dirt, grime. So we're gonna see what we can do to this bag before adding it to my personal collection. I always like to go over my bags really carefully that I thrift, clean them out inside and out before adding them to my purse shelf. Here I'm just showing you that I'm going to be using a lint roller, a suede eraser, and a suede brush today. So I'm going to start with these hiking boots and use the lint roller just to remove any extra debris that might be on the shoes to begin with. And then the suede eraser is really cool. The white side is softer and the gray side is a little more abrasive. So I'm kind of alternating between the two to see what I can do for this tough stain on the heel of this boot. And then I'm using the brush to kind of lift and brush the suede up, and then I'm going to move on to the next section. And anywhere that I see darkness or discoloration, I'm just going to go at it with that eraser. I'm usually starting with the more gentle side of the eraser and then using that gray, more abrasive side only when needed. I decided that stubborn stain on the side of the shoe there needed one more go around with the suede eraser. I am going to come back later, and I was pointing to the stain on the light blue part of the shoe just to show you. I'll come back later when I have my soap and water out. But for now, I'm just treating the suede with all these dry methods. They do make a suede cleaner that is wet and safe for suede, but I prefer to do everything dry if I can. Now we're to the spot that arguably has the biggest transformation. There was a dark spot here on this toe, and as you can see, the suede eraser is doing a great job of removing it. By the end, there's going to just be sort of a faint hint that there was something there, but nothing to really worry about. Again, these are vintage hiking boots, so whoever purchases them on eBay will understand that, and they are imperfect, but they're much better than they were when we started. Now here is that suede bag. Off camera, I did a little dumpy dump, a good shaky shake, and folded it inside out to get kind of the largest pieces of debris out of the bag. Now this is not for the faint of heart. You will be washing your hands with soap and water afterward because this purse and many purses that I deal with are very grimy and cruddy inside. There's just usually a bunch of hair and lint. A lot of times there's cracker crumbs in there. A lesson to all of us to not put snacks or animals inside of our bags. So you can see I'm just taking the lint roller and getting in the corners, the nooks and crannies of everything. Now I am going to find a little bit of sticky gunk here and just grab some soap and water on a toothbrush and just kind of scrub back and forth, gentle circles, and that came right off, thankfully. Don't be afraid to change your lint roller as you go. You can peel off that outside layer and get a fresh one going. There are some ink marks on this bag, and those are just going to be there. They were made with permanent ballpoint pen, so whatever I use on them, it's not really going to remove that. But again, it's on the inside of the bag. So as long as the inside of the bag is clean and free of debris, free of animal hair, that makes me happy. Now, do your thrift stores do this? Do they write with white marker on the inside of bags? It's so annoying, and I guess this one is better than black Sharpie because it does come out, but my thrift store every once in a while will do it with a black Sharpie too. Off camera, I flipped it suede side out again, and then I'm removing the strap and the bag charm just to keep them out of my way while I work on the suede exterior of this bag. I have some little hair bands tied around the tassels, and pushing them to the ends like that will help any flyaways sort of come into uniformity with the rest of the tassel. And I'm starting on the base of the bag. I always start on the base. I always start where you're not going to see it, because if something goes disastrously wrong here, I'd rather it be on the bottom of the bag than front and center. So again, this suede eraser is awesome. The white part is gentle, so I started there and then used the suede brush to brush things away. And you'll see I work in phases, just kind of back and forth with all these things, waiting and being patient, trying again, a little bit heavier this time, eventually switching to a more abrasive side of the eraser if I need to. And you can see it's just making progress a little at a time. Who knows how long these spots have been on this bag, but I'm pleased with that as far as the bottom goes. Now the front and back and side panels of this are really not in too bad of shape. They're just kind of dusty and have a little bit of debris on them from storage. Using the suede eraser on any spots that I come across as I go panel by panel. And this suede brush is kind of an interesting thing too. The bristles, if you can call them that, are just kind of a soft rubbery material. And so that just works well with the suede. So again, just panel at a time, kind of keeping track of where I've been. Got my lighter out and just burned away a couple stray threads. You need to do that very carefully and very sparingly, but it is a great trick. And then looking for any final spots on this bag that I want to get rid of before moving on to that pair of shoes. And I'm feeling pretty good about this at this point. Black suede is so funny. It's hard to photograph, and even on video, it's hard to get a good sense of how dark it is in real life. And then the last step, I'm just spraying with my favorite leather cleanser and conditioner to hit that leather patch on the front. And then I am going to hit the strap as I put it right back on the bag. I'm going to hit it with the paper towel that has that leather conditioner on it as well, just to get all the dust off and give the leather a fresh shine. On to the Birkenstocks. You saw me stuff some tissue paper into the toes. That's just going to give the shoes a little bit of structure. I unbuckled them, and then again, changing out the lint roller, I'm going to start there and see what kind of debris I can remove just using this adhesive sticky paper. So the lint roller is great, but when you want to get into little nooks and crannies, sometimes I find it really beneficial to take off a layer and kind of press it and wedge it into those nooks and crannies to see if I can get some dust and debris out of there, and it was working like a charm. Look at that comparison. It is making a difference. I'm also using the suede eraser, again starting with the gentle white side before moving to the gray side for any tougher spots. I just want to be as gentle as I can on this suede and not go overboard with anything. And then I decided to grab a toothbrush. Now, this is not the toothbrush that I used with soapy water. This is a dry toothbrush to just get in next to those stitches and get out some of that debris that has just been in these shoes for a time. Here's another update. That's where we're at. These are looking so much better. Again, you're still seeing the texture of the suede there, but the debris and the dust and the dirt and grime is just about gone, which is fantastic. I went ahead and rebuckled the shoes, and I'm excited to get started on the other one. We'll do that off camera, and that concludes the work portion of the video. All right, that was so much fun having you join me. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, I wanted to let you know I did open a Buy Me a Coffee page, and that link is down below. If you choose to support the channel that way, you might get a shout out in a future video. One of my favorite YouTubers of all time used to do it, and I thought it was really fun, so you can check that out if you want to. Let's look at the afters now of these 2 shoes and the 1 bag, all suede. Let's see how we did. So again, here are those vintage hiking shoes. I think the biggest offender was right here, and it's gotten a lot smaller, so that's good. I'll still photograph that on the eBay listing and let people know that it's there. I was very pleased to see how a dark spot, I think it used to be right here. You can kind of see it, but it is so much more faint. The suede feels really nice too. It feels so much fresher. Now, these are still vintage shoes. They are still worn, and so I'm not going to be selling these as like brand new or anything. That suede eraser, suede brush, it does make a difference. Let's take a look at the bag. So here is that Dooney and Bourke suede bucket bag with the drawstring. And as you can see, all those smudgy places are gone. Now what you're seeing in color variation here is just the texture of the suede showing up, but she is like good as new. Oh, I just love it. I love the restoration process, the rehabbing process. It's so great. She is looking so nice. Oh, I love it. Great suede, Dooney and Bourke, great suede. You can bring it right back to life. Arguably, the award for biggest transformation would definitely go to this pair of Birkenstocks that I got for $15. Well spent. $15 well spent. Look at them. Look at how much they've come back to life. Now, again, you're still seeing the texture of the suede, so hopefully you can see the beauty that has been brought back to these little shoes. And I'm so happy. I'm going to wear them all the time. I might even wear them this evening. I just want to thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for supporting the channel by liking this video, commenting down below, and of course, subscribe. You don't want to miss all the fun that's coming. All right, have a great day. Bye.